What's up guys, so you want to study programming? Let's hear. In C programming, variables or memory locations should be declared before it can be used, and also function, it also has to be declared before it can be used. So type refer to the size and the data associated with variable and function, and there are two types of data type. The first one is fundamental data type, and the second one is derived data type. And for these two types, it is composed of the many more data types inside. Today, we're going to look into the fundamental data type of C programming, which are integer type, float type, and character type. So let's start. For integer data type are the whole number that can have both positive and negative values but no decimal value. So for example, you can have 0, 1, 2, 3 or -5 or -10, but it is not 1.5 or 2.5 something, as long as there's no decimal value. In C programming, keyword int is used for declaring integer variable. For example, the variable id here is of type int, which is integer. You can also declare multiple variables at once in C programming by using comma to separate them. So right here you have two variables, id and age, which are of integer type. And now we have the second thing is float type. Floating type variable can hold real numbers such as 2.34 or -9 something and something like that, or even 5.0. You can declare a floating point variable in C by using either floats or double keyword. So this one is a variable named account balance of float type, and then book price of double. Here, both account balance and book price are floating type variable. In C, floating value can be represented in exponential form as well. So for example, float normalization, which this one is a variable, is assigned to 22.442 E2. E2 is like multiplied by 10 power of 2. And so what is the difference between floats and double? The size of float, which is single precision float data type, is 4 bytes. However, the size for double, which is double precision float data type, is 8 bytes. So for a double, it can store more value inside, more than floats. Float point variable has precision of 6 digits, whereas the precision of double is 14 digits. So that's just like what I said earlier. Double can store more value, where the floating type variable can store less value. And you have the character type inside. For character type, you have to use the keyword char. It's used for declaring character type variable. For example, the variable test, which is of type character, is declared right here, and it is assigned the letter H to test. And the size of character variable is 1 byte. Qualifier alter the meaning of base data type to yield a new data type. Size qualifier alter the size of basic type. There are two size qualifiers, long and short. So long, double I. So this is just to tell the compiler to preserve memory space for this variable more than the word double itself. It is self-explanatory already. So double is 8 bytes, but when you use the keyword long, the variable becomes 10 bytes. And there is another keyword short, which can be used if you previously know the value of a variable will always be a small number. Integer and floating point variable can hold both negative and positive values. However, if you want the variable to store only positive value, you can use the keyword unsigned with ed data type, and then for example positive integer variable of type integer, and then you use the qualifier unsigned. So this positive integer can only store the positive value. There is another qualifier sign which can hold both negative and positive only. However, it is not necessary to define a variable sign, since variable by default it can store either positive or negative, so you don't have to use sign. But if you want, you can still use it. You have constant qualifier. This identifier can be declared as constant. To do so, const keyword is used. So this cost is assigned to 20, and it is a constant. And the last one is volatile qualifier. A variable should be declared as volatile whenever its value can be changed by some external force outside the program. So if the value can be changed by some source outside the program, then you can use the volatile qualifier. Keyword volatile is used for creating the volatile variable. And that's it. Thank you. So see you in my next video.